What's going on, my fellow Jedi and Padawans? Welcome back to another Jedi gaming video. Thank you guys so much for coming back to the channel. If you guys are new, welcome. Today, we are talking about the Solo Trials experience. Now, I am nothing of a special player at all. I'm not super cracked by any means, just a very average, little above average Crucible player. So take that into account when I'm going over what I think the Solo Trials experience was, at least from my perspective. Now, so far in Trials, we have had 3 different iterations of the Trials experience this season. We've had 2 Trials labs with Capture the Point, and then this past weekend with Freelance, and then our typical normal Trials, just elimination mode, as it always is. Earlier this season, Bungie released Trials out where you can go in there as a solo, duo, or a full trio squad, and then still get matchmaked up against different types of squads. So you can go in solo, get paired with a duo, and then go up against a 3-stack, which is a great addition to Trials in general. Boosted the population off the map, and it's still going pretty strong. A little decline, but that's a given because everybody's got their loot, and just the casual players have gotten out after they got their loot, because Trials has been easier overall, in my opinion. Now, the 3 solo Trials pools that I'm going to be talking about, because we have our flawless pool, non-flawless pool, etc. These are just going to be the non-flawless pool in Solo Trials. So I went in on the normal weekends where I was just a solo matching up against duos, trios, etc. I also played Solo Trials on the Capture the Point weekend, which was miserable in my opinion for being a solo. And then this past weekend in Freelance, which was by far the easiest, went solo flawless on only 9 games. So definitely that Freelance was the way to go if you are a solo player. But we're going to talk more in depth about them. So to start out, I think the easiest, like I just said, was the Freelance pool. I played it on Monday night with a non-flawless pool. I only played 9 games. I got lagged out on the second game and lost my Mercy, so I had to restart, but then went 7 straight and played at a 3.58 KD that week. Easiest pool so far by far, and it was Cauldron on the Moon. So in this Freelance playlist though, if you are an average player, just be ready to have to try and carry some rounds, because you will match with some people that are going to get 0 kills and not do a damn thing. So it's basically you and maybe that second teammate versus the entire team. So just get ready to put on your sweats and get ready to slap out and be ready to grind. Just because, like I said, in the Freelance, everyone's solo. You might get that player who's just trying it out for the first time and is just learning how Destiny really still works. But still super easy in my opinion. You just got to kind of play your own game, because once one of your teammate dies, you're not going to be going up against a 3-stack that can communicate. They're still all solos, so it is a lot easier to get a pick here or there instead of that 3-stack just coming down on you guys hard. So the second easiest in my opinion is the normals trial mode, actually, with so you can go in as a solo, a duo, or a trio, so you can match up against any of those. I had a couple weekends playing on different maps, so you got a variety of different just game styles and everything like that. So it wasn't only isolated to one weekend like Freelance and Capture the Flag was. But on the normal mode, I have not gone solo flawless yet. I got up to 6 games a couple times and then got Bungie errored, typical, just like my second game on the Freelance playlist, and just lost my Mercy and then lost game 7. So really tough there. But in my opinion, the normals game mode is still the easiest, because you can match against those solo, duo, trio, but most of the time if you're a solo, you can match with a duo and they're at least chatting and hopefully pretty good together, and then you can come play your own game and clean up their kills and just kind of follow them around a little bit, but also play your own life. That one is a little bit more play with a duo if you're with a duo. If you guys are all solos, just play your own game, try to play your life, and then survive, go for those picks. And I think you can definitely get solo flawless pretty easily in the pools if they are big enough in the normal game modes. Now, moving on to our third and hardest so far, the Trials Lab Capture the Point. Now this one is just like the normal game mode where you can go in as a solo, duo, or trio, so you can match up against any of those combinations when you are going in. But with that, capture the point. People were playing so passively, using sightings and rifts all over the place, just hugging the zone, playing super passively, and going in as a solo was miserable. Because if your teammates pushed and you had the zone, it was a 3-on-1 trying to protect the zone on Wormhaven. So the map definitely had something to do with it, but either way, capturing the zone, holding the zone by yourself against a 3-stack, or even against 3 solos when you were alone and they were pushing a zone, was almost impossible. There were so many rounds that I had the 3 kills. I was going to beat them in kills no matter what, but there was just one kid all the way in the back camping in the point, and I just couldn't get there in time to win that round. But besides that, the gameplay was still basically the same, just kind of play your own lives, but really play that zone when it was out there. It was definitely the most important part of that weekend. Interesting choice, but we'll see if they can make some changes to it and make it better. But in my opinion, going into that one solo was almost impossible. Now, each of these weekends I did go flawless with a team, and I did try the solo flawless pools on all 3 iterations, capture the flag, freelance, and normal. And let me tell you, solo flawless pool is quite miserable. You're matching kids that got carried, something like that, and it is just impossible because you're going up against mostly 3 stacks. There isn't many just solos, duos that you're going up against. You usually get matched up against that 3 stack, and then the people that you get matched with sometimes is a good duo that you're with, but if it's all solos, some of them got carried for their first time that weekend, or they got a 0.5 and got like 6 flawlesses by someone else carrying them every weekend, and it's just super tough in the flawless pool solo, that's for sure. But that's it on my Solo Trials experience. Super interesting. Love what they're doing with it. The population has been super high in Trials. The way winning rounds gives you rewards. Having these different Trials labs with Capture the Point, Freelance, etc. Being able to go in solo, duo, trio. Big W's for the playlist and Bungie and Trials of Osiris in general. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys have had experience-wise in Trials so far this season, going in solo as a squad with the different types, capture the flag, freelance, etc. So thank you guys again so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.